be overall mild and unsettled. Saturday will be quite a wet day with rain spreading from the west. Sunday will have bright spells and scattered showers.
You know, you don't have to bring that coffee in every day, Oksana.
And pay €4 for the coffee. That taste of dirty water.
Thanks.
Affair?
Yeah, take them to the client, see if he wants us to continue the surveillance.
Sure.
If he does, you follow her today? Hey.
You're late.
Yeah, sorry, parking.
Kate's doing well, considering the temporal damage done to her brain in the accident.
Is it permanent?
It's hard to say. Outcomes from brain injuries are notoriously difficult to predict.
And what about the shake in her hand?
Well, likewise with the nerve damage, we'll just have to wait and see.
That's the thing that irritates her the most.
So what happens now?
Well, the good news is that after 6 months with us, Kate is nearly ready to be discharged. Kate's care plan.
Smelled in here. So what do you think?
I don't like him. I never have.
I'm not talking about him. We have to figure out what happens now.
Why can't we just do what we did when she was a kid?
Will she even be able to get up to town to you at the weekend on her own?
I'll come down for her.
Tyke hasn't been to visit her for nearly 2 weeks.
No loss.
He's still her boyfriend, Val.
I don't know what she sees in him.
She sees the same thing in him every teenage girl sees in a bad boy. What's her future going to be now?
She's resilient, Monica. Things will be better when she's out of this place.
Tell her I'll be in this evening, will you?
Yeah.
See you.
See ya.
Kate, where's your mask?
Let's go outside. These masks are doing my head in. McDonald's a patronising dick, isn't he?
He's very pleased with your progress. Said he'll be discharging you soon.
Yeah, and this?
It'll just take time. How are you getting on otherwise?
Well, I still can't smell anything. I'm sleeping 14 hours a day, and my memory's crap, so yeah, the same, Dad. How about you?
Stopped smoking.
Again?
Yeah, well, for good this time.
Where's Mom?
She'll be coming in later.
Ugh, I hope she doesn't bring Tom with her this time.
Tom's not so bad.
Yeah, but that's easy for you to say. You don't have to live with them.
There's a nightlife in here.
Ugh, just out of this world.
Miss Dunn is here to see you.
Who? How are you doing?
Good day, Mr. Barber. I'm Lily Dunn. My solicitor recommended you.
Okay.
My granddaughter, Sarah Dunn, is missing.
This would really be a case for the guards. Have they been informed?
Only after I insisted. Her mother has been in St. Pat's since before lockdown. She's a drinker, I'm afraid. Sarah's father, my son, is dead. Her stepfather thinks she's just gone on a skite.
To be honest, Mrs. Dunn, like most of my work, it's the insurance, fraud, that kind of thing. You said your solicitor recommended
Please,
me.
Mr. Barber, I know what you're thinking. I'm just a fussy old woman worrying about a misbehaving young girl. But where would she even go at a time like this? I know something's wrong.
Well, I suppose I am a believer in intuition. My rate, it's €50 an hour plus expenses.
Maybe not these days, but as my late husband always said, cash is king.
Thank you. So, when was you last seen Sarah done, you said?
Sarah. In her home, about 4 days ago.
And who was the last person to see her?
That would be her stepfather, Patrick Joseph O'Neill.
Hello, stranger.
Where have you been?
Here and there. You're not going to ask me up?
Yeah, come on. Morning. Come on.
What's the rush?
The boss is looking for reasons to fire people. I don't want to give him one. I'll see you.
Yeah. See you whenever, yeah?
I was going to give them a ticket. Huh?
Not me and you.
I'll be Jesus, they won't.
There's no police on this.
How you
one.
doing?
Ah,
Well,
Can I get a coffee, please?
sure.
Thanks.
days like this make you long for the lockdown. All the little crims locked up with Mammy.
So did you hear anything on that Dunn case?
There you go.
Thank you.
Bit of a step up in the world for you from catching wives doing the dirty. Tony Quinn is on it. You heard he made inspector.
You know, being on the take still no impediment to promotion then.
I asked one of the lads on it. The following procedure. Searched the house, asked around. According to the stepfather, she has form but this sort of disappearing act. Once it kept on the low down.
What about her phone?
No sign of it.
Bank accounts?
She, took a chunk of change down in the 28th, but nothing since. Look, going AWOL after 2 months of lockdown ain't news. She'll turn up, mark my words.
Jesus, Johnny, she's only 20. Apart from the granny, no one seems to be too concerned about her at all.
I'd sit tight if I was you.
Nah.
Again?
Does Quinn know that the Duns have hired me?
No, he doesn't. But I did hear the inspector's brother is back on the beat in Dublin after a decade in the wilderness.
Eddie Quinn?
Yeah,
He's back.
clean and sober by all accounts. You know, even after all this time, I still can't believe you never told me what went down.
Nothing to tell, we fell out.
Come on, Val.
Christ, it was years ago, you know, just fucking drop it.
So, gee.
O'Neill residence. How can I help you?
How you doing, Gardaí? Left something behind during the search last week.
Okay.
Thanks.
Come to the side entrance, sir.
How you doing? Just remind me where Sarah's room is again, will you? Thanks. Okay, thanks. Let myself out.
No problem.
Yo, Mr. B.
Techie,
What's new in Gotham City?
we're only as exciting as you think it is.
Beats this. So what skill does a good detective need?
Don't know. Guesswork. Good pair of shoes.
Good shoes, huh?
Yeah. As soon as you can, yeah?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Jane Devaney. My name's Val Barber. I was hired by Sarah Dunn's grandmother to look into her disappearance. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
No, I've already given a statement to the guards.
With the grandmother, she's very worried about her. You know, maybe I could buy you a cup of coffee or something.
I can't stay long.
So when did you last see Sarah?
Ages ago. Like months.
And how long had you two been friends?
Since school.
Can you think of any reason at all why she might have disappeared? Does she have a boyfriend?
Yeah. Mine. After she slept with my boyfriend, everyone hated her.
Is that why she dropped out of college? Does she have her own boyfriend?
Ex now. Cian Kelly.
What about your boyfriend?
What about him?
Where's he now?
Back living in Cork since the lockdown. Silver lining of sorts, I suppose.
Do you know how she got on with her parents?
Okay with her mum.
And the stepfather?
She hates his guts.
Do you know why?
Look, Mr. Bailey, we stopped talking. Okay? End of story.
It's Barber, and if you remember anything, just give me a call, yeah? Thanks for your time. Hi.
There was an incident at the clinic last night.
What happened?
Well, she got upset, then angry. She wouldn't take her medication. They had to sedate her. I don't even know how she is. She refused to see me.
Well, it's the injury, isn't it? I mean, they said to expect this.
Kate's always had a temper, Val. Or Tom can testify to that.
She's still not getting on with Tom.
Well, he's not you, is he? She's always blamed me for the breakup, Val. Why do you always do that?
Do what?
Stand up when things get personal. It's almost like you're getting ready to run.
I'm gonna need to get ready if I'm going over to see her.
Thanks for the coffee.
Hey. What happened?
Tyke. He's met someone.
How'd you know that?
I'm still logged onto his Facebook. I saw the messages. He told her he didn't even have a girlfriend.
Hey, don't worry, okay? Don't worry about that. Now, you listen to me, you little prick, because I'm only going to say this once. The accident was your fault.
Okay, Mr. Barber, it wasn't my fault, all right? This is what I got.
You were going too fast.
What do you want?
Posting pictures of your new girlfriend while my Kate is lying. I want you to show my daughter some fucking respect. Yeah? Am I making myself clear? Am I making myself clear? Good. I'll be watching you.
Who is he?
Stepfather, last person to see her.
You think he's involved?
Hasn't returned any of my calls. I'm keeping an eye on him. Watching him. You never told me why you left.
Police very corrupt.
Not just in Lithuania. You go on, I'll close up.
Sure.
Yeah.
You, out. Would you look at what the cat dragged in? Valentine Barber, no less. We received a report of suspicious activity in the area.
Would have thought house calls were well below your rank, Inspector.
I know it was you snooping around O'Neill's house, so don't bother denying it. And as a former member, you should know that impersonating a member of An Garda Síochána is a very serious offence. Especially if the said perpetrator was dismissed from the force.
I resigned.
Like you had any choice?
I have been hired by a member of the Dunn family to help find Sarah.
Your licence?
Seriously?
Seriously.
No, social distancing, Inspector.
Stay out of my way if you know what's good for you.
What are you doing here?
Do you fancy a game of pool?
Pool?
You play pool, don't you?
Now?
Yeah, now. Where, have you got anything else on?
No. Just wasn't expecting you. Give me a minute.
Here they are.
Here, Steve. I'll leave them over here for you, lads, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Lovely.
What are you even going for there?
I see now.
Well, glad I called around.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just not very chatty. Got a lot of shit going on. Give you a call later, maybe?
Yeah, do, yeah.
Cool.
See you soon.
See you.
Yo, Mr. B. That phone was wiped clean, even from the clouds. Whoever owned it was pretty smart. And these 2 missed calls came in after. There was no message, and there was another no-caller ID. So I'll call you when I trace the no-caller ID, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
Fresh. Sound.
Thanks.
Hey, it's Jane. Leave a message. Thanks a mil.
This is Patrick O'Neill. Leave a message.
Good morning, Mrs. Dunn. Can't hear you. Can you hear me? Should press the audio button down the bottom, on the bottom of the screen.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Sarah used to help me with this stuff.
I spoke with everyone on your list. Not much there, I'm afraid. I did hear that Sarah had gone missing before, though.
From O'Neill, I presume.
Yeah, indirectly. I mean, he hasn't returned any of my calls, but
That's typical of him. Sarah went through a bad patch when she was 16.
what kind of a bad patch?
She did run away a few times.
Any idea why?
Sarah had a bad time of it, Mr. Barber. Losing her father so young. And her mother's not a well woman.
And what was her relationship with O'Neill? What was that like?
Underneath that oily charm, he's a bully. I wanted Sarah to come and live with me, but she refused to leave her mother.
Is there any way we could speak with her mother?
No, not even family visits are allowed in the current circumstances. Sarah got herself together in the past few years, though. She's been doing well.
Would you have any idea why she might have wiped her smartphone?
I'm not sure I know what that means.
That she stopped using it and she deleted all the information on it?
Well, I do remember her saying that she wanted to take a break from all that. Young people these days, terrible pressure, always on, no privacy.
And how did you contact her?
Well, she called me. I hate this thing, I rarely use it. Was there anything else?
No, that's all for now. Okay, I'll be in touch. Impressive animal.
You like the GGs?
Yeah, I've been known to enjoy the odd flutter.
I like to make a punt myself. But I like to see them work out a little first.
No, it's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Lexi Finnegan.
It's hard to remember.
Or easy to forget.
And what do you do?
I'm a singer.
Mr. O'Neill. Valentine Barber, private investigator. Mrs. Dunn hired
I know
me.
who you are.
Well, I was hoping I might be able to have a word with you about your missing stepdaughter, Sarah Dunn.
Contrary to what my nosy mother-in-law might think, an adult who doesn't want to make contact with you is not missing. This is classic Sarah. Now, I trust Inspector Quinn here doesn't need a second-rate gumshoe to get to the bottom of this.
I wouldn't have pegged you for an art lover, Inspector Quinn.
Always the smart Alec. I see you're still at it. Lover boy. She's a married man with a kid. Odds on the poor wife hasn't a clue. Yet.
Ty came to see me. He apologised. I don't know how he knew I knew. Well, I ended up. Can't trust him.
Good call.
You look good, Kate.
It's a long time to be missing, right?
Yeah.
What's her friend say?
She seems to have had a lot of friends. Fell out with her best one.
Why?
Slept with her boyfriend, apparently.
Jesus, that's fucked up. And a hun like her should have been trolled about that for sure.
Hun?
Yeah, hot rich girl. Best friend. That's pretty bad. What was the name of the friend?
Jane Devaney.
Do you want me to stalk her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah got dropped big time for this. No pictures of her for months. Who's the ex?
Cian Kelly. Cian.
I found something. I'll send you the link.
I hate the winter. Getting dark early. The weather sucking up all the rain and lashing it back down on you. That's what this town's all about. Dublin, Blackpool. It's a city that's hard to love and easy to hate.
He's a spoken word poet.
What's that?
It's like poetry.
Only not as good.
He's in a street slam tonight. Send you the link, yeah.
Yeah. Nice work. Hello?
Yo, Mr. B.
Oh, yeah.
Good news.
Good.
The no-caller ID belongs to a Brandon West. I'm sending you the details now.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, just see if you can find out what you can about a Brendan West.
Mm-hmm.
His number showed up on Sarah's phone. Yeah, just how many calls, what the times of the calls, that kind of thing. Cian Kelly. Barber. Making some inquiries into Sarah Dunn's disappearance. When did you last see Sarah?
Months ago. Look, I already spoke to the guards.
Background information, you know, on Sarah's life, talking to friends, family, trying to fill in the gaps. It's just a few questions.
You haven't given me much choice, have you?
Well, how long were you together?
A year.
And what happened?
Jane already told you what happened.
Yeah, but I'm interested in your version, not Jane's.
Well, it's the same shitty story. Sarah fucked us both over.
And would you say that was out of character?
Well, it was until it wasn't, if you get my meaning. Basic slut, to be honest with you.
Did you ever meet her parents?
Yeah, a few times.
And?
And what?
You don't seem too concerned.
Yeah, well, I've moved on.
Well, still, a 20-year-old girl is missing. Anyway, do you ever think maybe she cheated on you because you're a self-righteous, self-absorbed prick?
What would you like?
What are you having?
I'm having a gin martini.
Same.
Jane!
Excuse me?
Who is this? Who are you?
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm her father.
He's not.
Don't lie in front of your daddy, and you, beat it. Go on, you're old enough to be your grandfather. Shouldn't an old codger like you be at home cocooning? Okay, Jane. This is how it's going to be. You answer my questions, or Daddy is going to keep turning up. Now, you said you lost all contact with Sarah, but I've seen her phone records. You called her. I'm in no hurry.
Okay. She kept calling to apologize. It was lockdown. There was nothing to do, so yeah, I called her back. She never even returned the call. End of story.
Like I said, I'm not in any hurry.
Remember when all that Me Too started? Sarah told me about stuff that happened to her when she was 15.
What kind of stuff?
Shit stuff. Some business guy wanked in front of her. Weird shit.
Did she know this man?
I think so. It happened at a party in her parents' house.
So her stepfather knew him?
She wouldn't say. She said she was going to do something about it.
Like what?
Go public, like loads of women are doing. I think we're done here.
Thanks for telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Did Sarah ever do this?
Do what?
Did she have a sugar daddy?
No. No, definitely not.
Sex work can be dangerous, you know. Especially now.
That's not how I see it. Plenty of college girls do it.
If you think of anything else...
I know. Call you. Bye, Mr. Barber.
Son, heard something on the grapevine. Mind you, it's only hearsay, station gossip.
Yeah, well, I value station gossip.
One of the plotters said there's been a couple of domestics in O'Neill's.
I met Quinn with O'Neill. Pair of them seemed very cozy.
Inspector Quinn has always had friends in high places.
Friends in low places, more like.
You know how my dad loved the poet Larkin?
Yeah.
Larkin said if you live until you're 70, every decade is like a day of the week. If it starts on a Monday, that puts me...
That's Friday.
Friday, fuck. The thought of putting years on you. I miss him something terrible, but...
I know you do, Johnny. Do you want another one?
Can't drive him. Fucking guards are everywhere.
This world feels cold, feels so alone. Don't ever leave. Oh, you're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
How did you find me?
I'm a detective, remember? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
And here I was thinking it was just me you wanted to see.
Business first. Did you know Sarah done well?
Mistresses and daughters generally don't mix. To be honest, I wasn't that interested in her.
Did you ever come across a fella called Brendan West?
Met him a few times socially. Bit of a creeping Jesus.
Does he work for O'Neill? Okay, business over.
What got you into this game?
Necessity.
Married?
Was.
Children?
Daughter, 19. You married?
You're a lot better at asking questions than answering them.
That's my job. How long have you been with O'Neill?
A while.
Ever given you any trouble?
What kind of trouble?
The kind of trouble that men usually give women.
I can take care of myself, Mr. Barber.
Just acting up, occasional flashes, battery suddenly down. I think it's been hacked.
Yeah, you're right. SS7.
Who uses that?
You don't often see it. It's sophisticated.
Cops?
Yeah, maybe. I can encrypt it for you, though.
Just leave it. I don't want them to know I know.
I can give you a burner.
Yeah, give me 2. Thanks.
Careful out there.
You know about Young for Hill Street Blues?
I love those old shows.
So I met with Jane Devaney again, and she does some stuff which is not exactly pleasant. So I'm sorry if.
No, please.
But she told me that Sarah had told her that a man had masturbated in front of her at a party in her house when she was 15.
Jesus. Poor child. One of O'Neill's soirees, no doubt. Did Jane know who the man was? Men like that often have more than one victim. Isn't that right, Mr. Barber?
Yes.
You think this man might be linked to Sarah's disappearance?
It's a definite line of inquiry.
And O'Neill?
I don't know, but I'm watching him.
O'Neill's boss at the time was an unpleasant man. I met him socially once. O'Neill was in thrall to him. His name escapes me, but I believe he later went into politics.
Okay, well, don't worry, I'll look into that.
I want you to know that I appreciate all you've been doing, Mr. Barber.
Only thing that woman loves is shopping.
That one's clear as well. Have you heard any clicks on your mobile?
Do you think we are booked?
Well, my phone was tapped, so just use this from now on. Yeah? Must be starting to rattle some cages. And, need you to follow this man. Brendan West.
Do you think he's connected?
See if he meets up with O'Neill.
Enough as it is, and then you have to tell me something like that. Look who it is. Yeah, I'm not blind, Mum. Hey.
Everything okay?
Oh, never better. Mum's pregnant. What is the need for secrets in this family? There's no way I want to live with you and Tom now. I want to live with Dad full time.
If she's coming to live with you, you need to tell her, Val.
Oh, not this again, please, Monica.
So now you're going to lie to Kate the way you lied to me. What ended our marriage wasn't just your relationship with Eddie Quinn. It was the lie. You never told me who you really were.
I didn't know who I really was. Look, you know, I'm sorry for that. I didn't deliberately lie to you. I just didn't know how to tell you.
Omission is lying. There's a big difference between privacy and denial, Val.
Are you pregnant?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You okay?
People don't like when you say real things.
How do you mean?
Well, you first, Art. Why do you hide it from me, Dad? I was 14 when I overheard Mum and Tom arguing about you.
Listen, the Ireland I grew up in was a much different place than it is now.
Did Mum know before you got married? Jesus Christ.
I thought I could change myself or something, but of course I couldn't. I suppose I didn't really want to.
Yeah, well, when I was little, I could never understand why you and Mum broke up. I used to think it was my fault.
I'm sorry you had to find out that way. Anything on West?
No. He goes to work, walk his dog, go home. Very boring man.
Well, stay on him. This man here is a government minister, Ewan Brady. You stick on West, see if he meets with him or this man, O'Neill.
A big man.
Yeah, big men.
The only people that are going to survive are the big boys.
And what about yourself?
Be taking me out of here in a box.
Did you hear any rumours about Ewan and Brady?
What, the minister? What kind, like?
What other kind are there these days?
Nah, not a peep. I've a bit of news that might interest you. Eddie Quinn told the lads in his new station that he's gay. Word went around like wildfire. Now everyone knows about it. The inspector's raging about it. The boys were telling me. Going around the place like a bull in a china shop. Eddie is real open about it, apparently. Jesus. A hard-drinking fella like Eddie Quinn. You never fucking know, do you?
I don't know, I mean... What should it matter? Like...
I'm not saying it matters. You know, I've never cared that, right? Jesus, I have to go. It's a date night. Did you ever hear the like of it?
Mr. O'Neill, as you won't answer my calls and you were the last person to see Sarah, I was wondering if I could just ask you a couple more questions about her. Just a few simple questions. Can I ask you about your relationship with Minister Ewan Brady?
I know something. Charlie Haughey once said that he could instance all the fuckers whose throats he'd cut and push them over the nearest cliffs, but there was no percentage in it. Now, I'm beginning to feel exactly the same way about you, Barber. Am I making myself clear, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah! Fuck!
Well, you know. Mum's coming for dinner without Tom.
Can I help?
No, you're okay.
She said I can chop peppers.
Okay. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Hate what's happened to me.
You just need to keep trying. Okay? You're making real progress. You really are. How you feeling?
Okay. Bit of morning sickness.
Do you remember how sick you were with Kate?
I'll never forget it.
Okay. I get what you two are doing. Look, Mum. I know how much you always wanted another kid. It's just...
I understand, love.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. Good night, you two.
Good night.
Good night, love.
I am happy for you, Monica.
Yeah, I know you are. Just couldn't be coming at a worse time.
She's gonna be fine here.
Sure, she adores you. You can do no wrong in her eyes.
I don't know about that.
Did you tell her?
Well, she told me. She overheard you and Tom arguing. She's known for years.
Christ. What did she say?
She didn't hold back.
Good for her. Didn't raise her to hold her tongue.
I know I ended up causing you both a lot of pain.
You also brought us a lot of joy and a lot of love, Val. We'll get through this. We always have.
Eddie Quinn is here to see you.
Eddie? Long time no see.
Long time. You look good, Val.
Looking good yourself. Yeah, sit down.
So, how's the private game going?
Private?
I always meant to get in touch. After we, I just went a bit mad on the drink. Had a couple of bad years. Look, Tony backed me into a corner. My only way out was to give you up. I had no choice. What we had between us was real, Val. There was nothing to be ashamed about.
That's not how shame works. You really don't have to come here to make amends to me.
I do. For me. And I feel I owe you. You probably heard I was in rehab. Well, I realized that the biggest of all my demons was not the drink. It was living a lie.
Surely you, of all people, haven't come here to give me a lesson on the dangers of erasure.
It's about being truthful.
And what about Big Brother Tony? Has he accepted the truth?
Good to see the old Val hasn't changed. You still seeing any of the lads?
See Johnny Mulligan quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, how is he?
Same as ever. Yeah, his dad died there a while back. Took it pretty hard.
I've really missed Dublin.
How's the country?
Slim pickings. You seen anyone?
Are you?
Nothing serious. Playing the field. Actually, this new woke Ireland is certainly working for me.
Broggy. How you doing?
Val Barber. Long time no see, boss. Rumour has it you're a private dick now.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about Ewan Brady. I think he's connected to a missing girl case that I'm on.
That dirtbird. About 3 years back, a woman came into the station. said that Brady had assaulted her, jerked off from her. I was about to approach Brady when all of a sudden the woman withdraws the statement. Someone had got to her. I approached Quinn.
What had Quinn got to do with it?
Quinn was my senior. I reported back to him.
And do you still have her details?
Yeah.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I'll keep it on the QT.
There's no need to. I'm finished. They're gonna stick me on traffic. You know, Val, they'd never get away today with the way they treated you back then.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Miss Farrell, my name is Val Barber. I'm a private investigator. I wanted to ask you a few questions about Ewan and Brady.
No.
The same thing happened to this girl, except she's missing now. My grandmother is desperate to find her. Miss Farrell, it's my card. My number's on there. Just call me if you think of anything.
How'd you get?
Why am I being stopped and searched?
A tip-off.
This is bullshit, and you know it is. Not exactly the best use of police resources, is it, when you're supposed to be looking for a missing girl? How much is O'Neill paying you? What's he paying you for?
You just stay away from Eddie. It's your fault he shames the whole family. Mincing around with a different twink on his arm every week.
You think Eddie wasn't gay before he met me?
Your kind make me sick. You don't know whether you want to fuck a man or a woman.
And what about you? What are you into yourself? Back the fuck off! Times have changed, Inspector. Even queers have rights now. This is police harassment.
Okay, so John.
Yes.
And Tina. So John.
Oh.
And
Hey, Amy.
Hi, Mr. Barber.
How are things?
Good. I'm working for the tech overlords. Used to be great, all the free food and stuff. But now we're just stuck at home. It's a bit crap.
You look great.
Oh, thanks. That's Amy's work.
Just want pizzas?
Yes, pepperoni, please.
I thought you were vegetarian.
I am.
Oh, yeah?
A pepperoni eating vegetarian.
Right. So, pepperoni and...
The same.
Easy.
Mr. Barber, Eliza Farrell here. I'd like to talk about Minister Ewan Brady.
Thanks for agreeing to talk to me. I know this is hard. When did you first come into contact with Mr. Brady?
My dad was site foreman in his building company. He got me a summer job interning in his office. I was 17.
Go on.
Mr. Brady masturbated in front of me in the print room. I was terrified. I couldn't tell my parents. I went to the police. He tried it again, and I told him I'd gone to the police, and he freaked out. A man came to see me. He said that there would be all this publicity, that my dad would lose his job. I withdrew my statement.
Is this the man who approached you?
That's him. Yeah.
Brendan West. Can I ask you what made you change your mind about talking to me?
I thought about the missing girl.
You okay?
Me and Amy went to town. It's just too much. The noise and the people. She had to bring me home. Now she thinks that I'm a freak.
No, she doesn't. Because you're not.
It's so hard.
It'll be better next time.
How do you know?
Because I know you. You know, I was thinking what you were saying about secrets. And, in the past, when people found out about me, it never worked out well. So I didn't say anything. Because I didn't want to lose you either. And I'm sorry about that.
Can I ask you something?
You can ask me anything.
Did you ever, come out?
I have always hated that phrase.
It doesn't matter about the phrase.
No, you're right. I should have been more honest with your mother, with you.
It's okay, Dad.
You're coming out now.
Brendan West, Val Barber, private investigator. I'm working on a missing persons case. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Only Gardaí can question a member of the public.
Is it your job to go after Sarah Dunn the same way you went after Eliza Farrell?
No comment.
You'd have to do a better job than that when the police are interviewing you. Your number was tracked to Sarah Dunn's phone. What were you doing calling on a 20-year-old missing girl, Mr. West?
I said no comment.
As Brady's bag man, you do realise if anything happens to that girl, you're connected.
Look, Val, that's it with the favours on this one, okay? Information was leaking out in the investigation like an old sieve. But I don't want any trouble.
Thanks, Johnny.
No worries. Just be careful, okay? Quinn, he's definitely on the warpath.
Hey.
Hi. Come in.
Moving in.
Redecorating. Some unexpected visitors or half expected.
I owe an apology
Oh yeah, what for?
for trying to warn me about him.
Did he try to hurt you?
No. But he could have. He'd always been so charming.
They always are. Until they're challenged or they think they're going to lose control.
Well, he's definitely lost me. How about I'll buy you dinner sometime?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
Listen, Brady and Bloom head out tonight for raise up fund.
fundraiser, yeah.
Okay. You want to cover it?
No, I'll handle it. Okay, thanks.
SDU. I have a message for him from the Commissioner. It's only a matter of time before you're exposed. If you'll forgive the pun, Minister.
Barber, isn't it? You've some neck for a shirt lifter.
Yeah, well, unlike your sexual proclivities, it isn't illegal, Minister. I know O'Neill tipped you off about Sarah Dunn's intention to go public. I know you had Brendan West pay off Eliza Farrell. Was it that Sarah Dunn wasn't as compliant, so you got rid of her?
You're making wild, unsubstantiated allegations against a serving minister. I could have you arrested. There's a guard just outside the door.
Who do you think let me in?
Now you can ask me everything you like about that 24-carat prick.
I'm off duty tonight.
Sounds like something a guard would say.
I was a guard one time.
You're not an easy man to read. I think I'm going to get to like you. Looks so quiet.
Looks can be deceptive.
I knew he was wrong. O'Neill said you were,
I'm bisexual.
Sure isn't everyone these days.
Never able to play by the rules, were you, Barber? Always have to do things your own way. Threatening a serving minister. You're in a world of pain now. Now, I told you to keep your nose out of police business.
And since when has covering for perverts been police business? Fuck! I recorded everything on there. The threats, the harassment, phone tapping. When all this comes out, your career is finished. Time's up, Inspector Quinn. You're looking a bit the worse for wear. This proves nothing. It proves you know West. And as we both know, West works for Brady. Do you genuinely think that a sap like West is going to keep your and Brady's dirty little secrets when he's put under a bit of pressure? And that's for your boy Quinn, on top of the harassment and illegal phone tapping complaints I'm making. I'm adding assault. Taped everything, so who knows what else will come out in the wash. You still don't know who you're dealing with, do you? Barber, I'll make it worth your while. She was a child. You knew what Brady was like. You still told him about our plans to go public. We all have our secrets, Barber. You don't frighten me, O'Neill. I've had to deal with bullies my whole life. These aren't secrets. They're crimes. Just like domestic violence is a crime. Where is she? Where the fuck is she? I don't know where the fuck she is. It's your fault those fucks went after her. It's on you.
Quick, turn on the telly.
I've decided to waive my anonymity and to speak out. Minister Union Brady performed a sex act in front of me when I was 15 years old. I made a statement to the guards earlier today, and I've decided to speak up. Because silence is what allows men like Brady and those who covered up his actions control women long after the crime has been committed. I couldn't have done any of this without the support of my grandmother.
Two more women have come forward with historical sexual abuse allegations against Minister Ewan Brady. The Garda Commissioner is investigating the role of a senior officer linked to the scandal. A spokeswoman for the...
Sarah Dunn's gone viral. What do you think happened?
Maybe I should hire a private investigator.
Oh.
Listen, I better get into the office. You be okay?
Yeah, I'll be grand. Honestly, I have to start getting on with my life at some stage. Actually, the therapist suggested a support group, so I think I might try that. At least I'll know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That does sound good. See you later.
Okay, see you.
This is my granddaughter, Sarah.
Yeah. I saw you on the news. So I was the patsy. She was with you the whole time I was looking for her.
I wouldn't call it that.
A belief that you're hard to fool is the one quality shared by all suckers, Mrs. Dunn. Why me?
I needed a detective with good police contacts.
You could have told me.
These are powerful men. I thought it was safer to trust no one.
I was scared. There were people following me, and I was getting these weird calls, so I went to Granny and I told her everything. She believed me.
Without you, we wouldn't have found Eliza Farrell.
So it was you following me?
There was no other way, I'm afraid. I knew there must be more victims. We just had no way of finding that out ourselves.
Brady just resigned.
Hi, Val Barber. Yeah, my rate's 50 an hour plus expenses. And now I'll come to you. Yeah, text me your details.